Right. So I have a friend. We didn't speak for quite a while because there was like a bit of drama going between both of us. And this friend, by the way, for context, I'm a Christian. This friend comes to me one day and says that they are a witch doing witchcraft, and then says that it's of God though because they're not doing dark magic or whatever, they're doing good magic and whatever. My mind paused for a second. I didn't know what to say. I was pleading in my mind, genuinely, like, Holy Spirit, please tell me what to do, tell me what to say. Because, like, I don't know, I'd never thought that, like, could happen with a person. She was talking about spiritism, astrology, crystals and all of that sort of stuff and manifestations. And I was thinking, and she said she was going to burn incense and all that. And I asked her why she'd do that. She says that she believes in the same God I believe in. She was referencing Noah's Ark and everything, but then proceeds to also do things that are not of God. And well, I don't know. The first thing I thought was Sodom and Gomorrah because they were practicing things like that, as well as immoral things, which caused them to, well, more or less get nuked, for lack of a better word. But yeah, it's a really, I guess I'd say it's a delicate situation because they're right in terms of God is real, but they're wrong in terms of, well, what they're doing in order to draw closer to God. Because she says she's powerful via the things that she does because God gives them to her, and it made me think. In this world, we pursue things, and then sometimes we get the things we want, sometimes we don't. When we get the things we want, we assume that it's God. When we don't, we assume that it's Satan. But then it's made me think now, like I don't know. In my mind, it's like the enemy can give you things that you want, but that doesn't mean that you need it. It means that you want it. So they could give you those things in order to make you carry on going down a certain darker path. For example, say if you want like a brand new car or something, or say if you want this cup of coffee that I'm drinking, it's vanilla latte by the way, really nice. Say if you want this cup of coffee though, and then like in order to get that cup of coffee, you start praying with like crystals and burning incense for idols and stuff. You get the cup of coffee at the end, but that doesn't mean it's of God. So like I don't know, the idea of like spiritism, witchcraft, um, diamonds, and I forgot what they're called now, crystals and that sort of stuff. Like it's a really, I don't know, for me personally, it's a hard topic to discuss with someone because I'm not personally like in tune on what to say with it. I don't know what to say or how to go about it, and it's not easy to talk to someone about something you don't know about. So yeah, that's where my head was at. And then like it also made me think like what like the people who like believe in God but don't know but don't have a religion, like why? Because I know that's quite a few people that are turned off by religion because of past experiences. Like for example, I have this friend who used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and then they stopped being a Jehovah's Witness when they found that the Bible was wrong, and everyone they knew, their friends, their family, all just cut them off, and well, it's not a good situation to be in because you grew up with those people, and in a pursuit of truth, all of a sudden everyone's just cut you off. So then it kind of makes him question like why would they do that when they say that they love you? Like for example, like I don't know, like if you're in a group or something and then all of a sudden you're not in a group anymore, that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to all of a sudden never speak to you again, because in this case she can't talk to them, she can't speak to them or anything like that. And then as a result she's less, like she's not pursuing going to like a church or anything like that. And well, the Bible talks a lot about how unity is good, it talks a lot about how fellowship and those sorts of things are good. So it's really like, I don't know, it's like if unity's good, if fellowship's good, and then a group pushes you away from it, like I can understand why someone wouldn't want to go to a church if that's their reason. But then it's like I don't know. I guess the point I'm making here is that the enemy Satan does a lot of things where you feel good in the moment, but the way you got there is bad, and also or in this situation you feel good, but then all of a sudden, because you start finding God, because things start going wow, all of a sudden he changes up and everything's bad all of a sudden, and like your peace gets disturbed, all these things get disturbed. But you know, that's my perspective. And in my case, it's really unique because I haven't really lost anyone. I haven't really done anything like bad. And every time I've turned to God, because I try to have childlike faith, every time I turn to God, like things get better. So I don't know. I'm just, I guess I'm vocalizing this because I just want to know, like, when, like, I'm not sure if anyone will comment on this video, but when you've turned to God, if you're watching this, have you, like, have things turned bad as a result? Like, in this context, I'm asking in terms of, like, for example, if you were a Jehovah's Witness or part of a religion, and all of a sudden everyone cuts you off because you're pursuing God. Have things got bad? Because, like, I know from my perspective, like, things have got better for her as well. Like, for example, she's like got more freedom now. She can spend time with friends. She can actually pursue God and like actually get to know the Bible. But then also, everyone that she's ever grew up with, everyone that she's ever called a friend, everyone who said, "Oh, I love you," her whole like circle has just went, "Yep, no, because you don't believe what I believe. I'm not gonna talk to you again." So it's like, it's one of those. I don't know. I feel like the enemy lures us in with things that we want, and then we think it's good in the moment, but realistically it's not. And it kind of creates this either pain cycle or like this release that kind of feels, well, like it's sweet, but like it's also like, I wouldn't say bittersweet because it's always sweet to know God. It's always way better to know God than to not. I'd rather go to heaven with one hand and one foot than spend eternity away from God. I'd rather genuinely be like disabled than not. In that, in like in those terms, I'd rather be disabled but spend eternity with God than be fully able but spend eternity away from him. That's my personal, like, that's my conviction. But yeah, I'm trying to make sense of my brain whilst I speak. It's really hard to. Hopefully you enjoy this video, and if you didn't, I don't know, well, you've watched this far, so thanks for that. God bless.